guys, I feel better, but I'm recovering. And this is the fourth day because I had my surgery on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this is the fourth day post surgery, and I knew I was going to do a video. I knew that I was going to just give a brief information of how it went down for those who might be asking, and I knew I was going to do a diary. So I just documented the beginning part of when I was going in. I couldn't do anything inside when I was going for surgery because when I got into the surgery room, of course there were no phones allowed. When I got out, I could only do like bits and pieces, but I just really wanted to break it down because I know fibroid is something that a lot of women go through. Black women in particular go through this experience, and there were so many questions that people always ask about fibroid, and what can they do, what hospital can they use, what is the process, how do they go about getting diagnosis. For me, my journey started in 2020, yes, where I discovered I had, but it was very little, and there was no need for surgery. It started with pains in my tummy, and really severe pains, and then they said they didn't even need to operate it. And after that, I never went back. I didn't go to doctor, I didn't go to gynecologist, I didn't even use the drugs. I just let it go. Now this year, he came back with I had a heavy period for about 7 days. I used 7 packs of pad, and I had low blood pressure. I was anemic. My face was swollen. I became so big. It was really bad. And then that's when I went to the first hospital where they said I needed to do a surgery, and of course I needed to remove it because it was affecting my day-to-day functions. I was constantly peeing, I was uncomfortable, I was pressing on some vital organs, and everything was just uncomfortable. So I was really sad, and I was scared because I'd never done it. I'd never done surgery before. I didn't know what to do, and I was thinking, how was I going to go about this whole situation and scenario? But thank God for research, thank God for God, because I believe so much in God. I did my research because one thing about me is I love to check info. I'm very information based. So I went online, I was checking on hospitals, that deal with fibroid in Nigeria. Hospitals that are good with fibroid, especially in the Lagos area, that's where I reside. And the first hospital I went to was, I think, Al-Jalad Hospital, and then I'd be going for consultations because that's where I was getting the drugs after I had low blood pressure. And they were giving me drugs. I was still going for consultations, and then I was telling a friend that I really like South Shore Hospital because I know a couple of people who had done it, even though I was a bit worried about the costs. It's not a cheap hospital. And I went there for the first test, did the second test. They said I needed to do an MRI, which I absolutely now did. And from there, I went to another hospital in Otta. I had a gynecologist, my mom's gynecologist friend, and then we got a third opinion. One thing I'd like to say is that when it comes to diagnosis, it's very important that you have opinions, first, second, third, to get your total information is very, very vital. The conclusion was, I needed to do surgery. I prepared my mind. It wasn't easy. It was very difficult, because surgery is not beans. I don't fall sick. I don't know what it's like to collect IV. I don't like what injection at the least, because that's when I was a kid. So this was a very scary process for me, but I think I sort of prepared my mind, and I did lots and loads and lots and lots of tests. I did a lot of tests. I was still going to the former hospital as Ajolad till I now go back to start using South Shore, but I must say that it was covered by my HMO. Everything I did with this new hospital that I use, which of course for me has really given me impressive results, was covered by my HMO. It's very important that if medical expenses in Nigeria is very expensive, so if you don't have the costs, it's always good that you are covered by your HMO. And if it's a hospital that is a bit above your budget and range for cost, see how you can upgrade to that HMO plan that will be easy for you, so that you don't have to carry the burden of the cost. And so I prepped, going back and forth with different tests. Guys, it's been a journey from, I think, what month, from maybe May. It's been a journey up until September when I did the surgery, and I thank God I am 4 days post. I'm healing. Doing the surgery was something I never expected. The way it went was just beautiful. God took charge, and I don't even know how to explain it. I know that you have so many questions, but 4 days post, I'm healing. Doing the surgery was something I never expected. The way it went was just beautiful. God took charge, and I don't even know how to explain it. I know that you have so many questions, but 4 days post, I'm healing. Doing the surgery was something I never expected. The way it went was just beautiful. God took charge, and I don't even know how to explain it. I know that you have so many questions, but the most important thing and the most important question is to know the size of the fibroid and to know where it is, so that the doctors can accurately, you do a scan. That's usually the first step. You do a scan. But I went ahead to do an MRI. An MRI is more detailed. A scan just shows, you know, that there's the presence of fibroid, but the MRI shows the locations of the fibroid. And there's now the option of whether you need to do a myomectomy, which is an open surgery. With myomectomy, they're going to open you up and remove it. With a laparoscopic, it's shorter because they're just removing small fibroids. I know there's high foam, that's high frequency, which of course is laser. I guess is laser, and you know, it's a new technology. There's high foam. There's also there's another process again. There's a couple of different procedures that I use to remove fibroid now. And there's hysterectomy, but that's if you're completely removing your womb. You understand? And with the open surgeries, a lot of people don't like the open surgeries because they don't want to have to, you know, tamper with parts of their womb, because sometimes maybe a doctor might be careless and he removes the vital organs or maybe some vital parts. You know, I believe that where I did my surgery was, they were very, very careful from pre to the stage of surgery. Everything was just, I just really want to also thank God, because God really helped me through the process. So I know that there's just so many questions in your mind. The most important thing is to just remember that you have to do your research. Don't rush the procedure. Don't be scared of surgery. I know that a lot of people, I was scared. I was really scared. I was just watching YouTube channels, watching people who had done it. Just remember that nothing really prepares you for the pain. Do you understand? The pain of surgery is one thing, the pain of recovering, which I'm still recovering. So I also had my mom with me to really help me, because you can't do anything after surgery. You'll be recovering and maybe sleeping most of the time. Do you understand? And when people say, oh, they don't want to remove it, it's very important, because it can impact childbearing, and you probably will not be able to, because when you have fibroids and they coexist with the child, when maybe it's little, but once it's big and it's causing problems, or even if it's small, once the doctor says you need to remove it, please listen to the doctor. I'll come around again and give you more information about my journey. See you guys later.